Assalamualaikum and hi to my beloved lecturer Dr. Salmi. Today my group and I will present about the mini project for a survey about the preference of online shopping among the Seberang Perai Polytechnic. First of all, I will introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Eka Daniel bin Muhammad Haimi, number metric 10DLS 20F1024, and my fellow group members is Muhammad Farizwan bin Mangso, number metric 10DLS 20F1013, and the last one is Muhammad Azrul Aizam bin Azwari, number metric 10DLS 20F1036. Now I will present about the demographic questionnaire, which is gender. We have two gender, which is male and female. For male, we got 30 students, represent 58%. For female, we got 52%, represent 20 students. So the total is 50 students who has responded this questionnaire.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Azam bin Azwari. My method number is 10DLF20F1036. I will present about a survey on the preference of online shopping among Polytechnic students based on age. The bar graph shows a survey on the preference of online shopping among Polytechnic students based on age. A total of 15 respondents have been took part in this survey. As can be seen for the bar graph, the highest bar is represented by the age group of 18 to 19 years old with 34 respondents. The second highest bar is represented by the age group of 20 to 21 years old with 32 respondents. The next highest bar is represented by the age group of 22 to 23 years old with 2 respondents. The lowest bar represented by the age group of 24 and above years old with 0 respondents. As a conclusion, the majority of the online shopper among PSP students is from age group of 80 to 90 years old. Next, I will present about a survey on the preference of online shopping among Polytechnic students based on department. The pie chart shows a survey on the preference of online shopping among Polytechnic students based on department. A total of 50 respondents took part in the survey. As can be seen from the pie chart, the biggest slice is represented by Commerce department with 84% or 42 respondents. The next biggest slice is represented by the Mechanical Engineering department with 12% or 6 respondents. The smallest slice is represented by Electrical Engineering department and Information Communication and Technology with 2% or 1 respondents. As a conclusion, the majority of the respondents who took part in the survey on the preference of online shopping among Polytechnic students is from Commerce department.
Assalamualaikum and hello. I will continue this presentation. It's still in demographic question. It's about race. The pie chart above show a survey on the preference of online among PSP students based on race. A total of 50 respondents took part in the survey. As can be seen from this pie chart, the biggest slice is representative by Malay with 85.4% or 41 respondents. The next biggest slice is representative by Indians with 10.4% or 5 respondents. The third biggest slice is with 15% or 9 respondents. The smallest slice is represented by Chinese and Siams with both of these races with 2.1 or 1 respondent. As a conclusion, the majority of the respondents who took part in the survey on the preference of online shopping among PSP students is Malay. Next demographic question is about the semester. The bar chart shows a survey on the preference of online shopping among PSP based on semester. A total of 15 respondents took part in the survey. As we can see from the bar chart, the highest bar is representative by semester 5 and above with 56% of 28 respondents. The next second highest bar is representative by the semester 3 with 16% of 8 respondents. The third highest bar is representative by semester 4 with 14 or 7 respondents. The second shortest bar is represented by semester 1 with 10% of 5 respondents. Lastly, the shortest bar represented by semester 2 with 4% or 2 respondents. As a conclusion, majority who answered this survey is from semester 5 and above.
For section B, I will present about first question, that is what apps Polytechnic Price students prefer use for online shopping. The bar graph shows respondents respond or their preference of online shopping. Students were allowed to answer the most favorite apps to use for online shopping for this question. As can be seen for the graph, the highest bar represents 45 respondents who prefer Shopee. This is followed by Shen with 3 respondents. Meanwhile, Zalora and Zelda only have 1 respondent. It can be concluded that most of the respondents prefer Shopee as their preferred app for online shopping.
Next statement question is how many times Polytechnic Price students shop in a month? In the pie chart display, how many times respondents shop in a month? Based on the pie chart above, the largest sector represents 38% or 19 students who shop once and twice in a month. This followed by 16 or 8 students that shop more than twice in a month. Lastly, 8% or 4 students who shop more than twice in a month. In conclusion, most of students prefer to shop once and twice in a month.
This question is how much do you spend on online shopping every month? The bar chart illustrates the student respond to a question about how much they spend on online shopping every month. The highest bar represents 36 students who spend on online shopping less than Rm100 ringgit, followed by the respondent who spend between Rm100 ringgit to Rm200 ringgit in a month, consisting of 12 students. The third bar is represented by 2 students who spend Rm200 ringgit between 300 ringgit in a month. Lastly, we have 0 respondents for spending between Rm300 and above. In a conclusion, almost half of the respondents spend less than Rm100 ringgit in a month.
The next question is what method of payment Polytechnic Price students prefer? The bar chart above shows the number of respondents according to the method of payment that the respondents usually use. Y-axis represents the method of payment, while the x-axis represents the number of respondents. As can be seen for the bar graph, the highest bar represents 34 respondents who use online banking for their payments. The second highest bar represents credit or debit card with 12 respondents, and it was fractionally lower than those who prefer online banking. Meanwhile, 2 students prefer cash payment at convenience stores, and other 2 students who prefer cash on delivery. It can be concluded that the most of the students prefer online banking for their method of payments.
The pie chart shows the disadvantage of online shopping. The largest sector represents 50% or 25 students who said the main disadvantage of online shopping is the shipping expenses. This is followed by 40% or 20 students that choose takes a long time to deliver as the main disadvantage of online shopping. Then it difficult to shop online is agreed by 8% or 4 students. Last but not least, 2% or 1 student who said, I heard bad thing about online shopping. In a conclusion, most students said shipping expenses is the main disadvantage of online shopping.
Furthermore, statement question is about how Polytechnic Price student rate your overall online shopping experience. In the pie chart above, show rate of respondent for overall online shopping experience. The largest sector represent 58 or 39 respondents who rate good for online shopping experience. This is followed by 13% or 50 respondents who rate excellent for online shopping experience. Lastly, followed by the least sector of respondents who rate fair for online shopping experience, which contain 12 or 6 respondents. In conclusion, respondents more prefer to rate good for online shopping experience.
For the question 7, the bar chart illustrates the students' response to a question. This online shopping have a lot of risk for students. Students were allowed to answer agree, strongly agree, neutral, disagree, and strongly disagree for the question. As can be seen for the bar graph, the respondent who agree and neutral online shopping has many risks to students have the same number of 20 respondents. This is followed by 7 respondents that strongly agree have a lot of risk of online shopping. Meanwhile, have 2 respondents strongly disagree that online shopping has a lot of risk. Lastly, the lowest bar contains 1 student who disagree. As a conclusion, most of the students agree and neutral answer that online shopping have a lot of risks.
For this question, is about most of the description of the goods are shown clearly. Students are able to answer either they strongly disagree, neutral, agree, or strongly agree. So as can be seen from the graph, the highest point is 23 students who agree about that statement. This is followed by 17 students who are being neutral on most of the description of the good are shown clearly. Next, only 6 students strongly agree for that statement. The 3 students disagree on most of the description of the good are shown clearly. Nevertheless, one student also say he strongly disagree on most description of the goods are shown clearly. It can be concluded most of the students agree that description of the good are shown clearly when they do online shopping.
Next statement question is about if online shopping is better than international shopping. In the histogram graph shown above, the respondent highly choose to vote neutral represent 48% or 24 respondents. This is followed by 24% or 12 respondents as a second high is agree. Then followed by 12% or 8 respondents that is strongly agree. Lastly, the lowest vote is disagree, that is 12% or 6 respondents. In conclusion, mostly students choose to vote neutral.
Last but not least, I will explain about the recommendation for this survey. Based on the information that had been collected, here are some recommendations given by the student. The student said online shopping is far way better than physical shopping. This is because some students said that online shopping is the most convenient shopping because people do not queue up at the mall, and it is after to shop online as people just pass through the COVID-19 pandemic, which we really don't know who is still carrying the virus since the disease is still here. Other than that, it also can save our time because we just need to do online shopping, so we don't need to go to the store to buy anything we want. So that's all from us. Thank you.